right, here we go. This is my first podcast. Right there. All right, here's my first podcast.
Hey!
There you go. This is my first podcast. It's called Shots Fired with Joey Kola. And Shots Fired is because I want a sense of urgency with this. Like we all just met at Penn Station or wherever we met. We all got something to say. And we move on. It's not going to be an hour and a half or an hour-long podcast. It's going to be 20, 30 minutes. We get in, we spew, we talk about what we want to talk about, and we get the hell out. Today, I got Tim Krompier, who's a great friend of mine. He's a great comedian. He's here today.
Hi, thanks
Lori
for having
Palminteri. Lori's just a great comic and a great writer and great everything and a great surfer. And one of my idols, John Blenn, is right next to me over
Yes, John
here.
Blenn.
And not only a great writer, but a playwright, just an amazing a journeyman. I could call you. That's how I know you as. Tony Walker is to my right. He's going to be on the board. Sallie's in the booth right over there. Everybody's contributing. Now I thought to myself, why should I even do a friggin' podcast? Like,
why should you do a podcast?
Why? Because, you know, people, I'm kind of doing it because a lot of people have told me I should do it. The more podcasts that I've done, I find them interesting. You're able to talk, you're able to spew a little bit, and hopefully if people listen, you entertain them a little bit. That's what I like to do with the stand-up or warm-up, whatever I do for a living. I want to entertain. However, this is a format that I'm unfamiliar with now. That's why I got you guys here, and I'm honored to have you here. All of you guys have done podcasts and a lot of radio, so I'm looking to just explore this part of my life that I haven't explored yet. Because right now, I'm 57, I'm at a point in my life where I care about how I feel physically. Like I got a bone spur here. I had a stent put in a few years ago. Like I want to physically feel okay to do what? To live another day, right? To just get to another day. Why? So I could have sex, so I could eat more food, so I could smile, so I can educate myself about what's going on in the Costa Rican rainforest with monkeys and snakes and spiders down there. That's what I dig. Now, emotionally, if I think about those things, it puts me in a good place, right? I also have a spiritual thing. I say spiritual, but I follow the teachings of Christ, which I say prayers to. God and Christ, I say my prayers, and luckily, I've had a life where I know that for me in particular, things have happened where I know it has helped me to move in this life on this planet because I know we're only here for a half hour. Whether you get 5 years, 10 years, 90 years, to me it's a half hour and you're dead. I got an uncle in the hospital now. He's got a brain tumor. His time is limited. I just know a young kid that died. Yet, when my mother died in 86, there's a long line, and we're only a dot on that line, and we're a finite amount of people. You could count us. The souls that have been here and gone, the ones that haven't been here yet, are infinite. So I just want to occupy this little time that I have here by entertaining if I could, because that's what I want to be, the court jester, if you will, while I'm here, because I can't contribute anything else, I guess. And maybe the podcast is a way to do it. So that's where I'm at.
I can't think of another thing. That was everything.
It was physical, religion. What else is there, Joey? I'm just going to have a Chips Ahoy cookie and go home.
Shuffleboard. I think
right.
you missed shuffleboard.
That's right. Tony gave us Chips Ahoy, which is one of my favorite. But Oreos, I would,
All right, next time. I remember.
Do Oreos,
Okay,
but
boss, I'll bring
You're never happy, Joe. You just gave this big
happy.
speech about all the things that you need, and we're only here for a second, and you can't just have the Chips Ahoy cookies, all right? You got to have the Oreos.
I'm so addicted to Nutella, man. For Christmas, Rachel Ray gave me a 7-pound bucket of Nutella.
7-pound bucket?
I got a 7-pound bucket. I only got this much left on the bottom. And you know what I did the other day? Took a King's Hawaiian bun.
Oh, you animal.
I'm an animal. I'm a freaking animal.
Nutella saved my son's life.
How?
Because my young son, Aiden, was addicted to Nutella when he was a kid to the point where we had to tell him they didn't make it anymore.
Well, how did he first get addicted?
That was my fault. That was my fault. My sister brought it over from Italy. And
that's the real Nutella,
in a giant glass jar, and we gave him peanut butter and Nutella sandwich, and he was like, and he was just having it. And we're like, no, it's good for you. It's got a lot of protein.
Hazelnuts.
And I mixed it with peanut butter, and I put it on a piece of wheat bread and have it for lunch every day. Look, for a story short, he has to go to the hospital. He has all these stomach problems. He wouldn't eat anything when he gets out of the hospital. He's in the hospital 2.5 weeks, surgery, wouldn't eat anything. We couldn't get him to eat. I said, you know what? This is 3 years after I take the Nutella away from him. I bring him to the supermarket. He's got wires coming out of him still. I bring him down. I put him in the car. I show him, look, Aiden, they brought Nutella back. He goes, oh, can you bring me home and make me a sandwich? That was it.
Was it possible he was playing you?
No,
to
for
get the
3
Nutella
years.
back? Long game at that age.
If he was that smart. If he was
So
that
what
smart.
what was the physical? What actually happened to his stomach?
Oh, his appendix burst and they couldn't take it out in time.
How old?
4.
4 years old.
Almost died.
There you go. Now that's what I'm saying when I just opened up this conversation about that. Why at 4 years old does that happen to a kid like that? Because of the Nutella? You think the
No.
Nutella did that?
I have my own theories, but there's no conclusive evidence.
All right.
Yeah, they don't really, I had appendicitis in my early 20s.
Right.
One of the worst pains I ever had, by the way. I can't even
Yeah.
imagine. Oh my God, it's so painful. Yeah, I thought I was dying, and I was like, just kill me if this pain
And
is going to continue.
did you get your appendix out?
Yeah, I got it.
Oh,
taken
it's
out.
gone.
Yeah,
you
it's
don't
gone.
need it or anything. It's
Did they take it out right away?
Yeah.
Aiden's went septic because he held it for so long. And
Oh, man.
And they didn't know what they were like. He's too young for appendicitis. About time they got him to the hospital, it
Yeah.
was too late. His stomach blew up 6-7 times the size. His
my
testicles
goodness.
were the size of his head.
Yeah. Because it becomes
I'm not
poison.
joking. His
I have a
testicles
big
got
fat
so
head.
big they had to
Right.
take you could put a flashlight to him and it looked like
Yeah.
it looked like they were floating around like a lava lamp
my
inside
God.
from the
Oh.
fluid, and he had black infection coming out of him for
Yeah.
2.5 weeks.
Holy
Wow.
moly.
At 4 years old.
At 4 years old,
Jeez.
screaming for. I would work from the hospital, and I would leave to go do shows, and then come back to the hospital.
Wow.
It was a 2.5
There's a
weeks
test
of
for
hell.
you, Daddy. Huh?
And then I had to go back. He had to go back. He got out in the end of April, and he had to go back in June for them then to finally take it out
Yeah.
because they couldn't take it out. They had to leave it in him, and I had to tell him he was going back.
Wow.
By then, he was like, whatever, you know.
Yeah.
But
So
he had
that
4.
toughened them up a little bit, I bet, right now, right?
I like.
Yeah.
People don't won't
He's
remember
tough
it,
in
really.
some ways, and
Yeah.
I guess
Probably got some cool toys.
You pull
and
up
stuff
to a
out of it.
hospital, you go.
Yeah.
You know what? The iPad he has is still from the hospital. My brother-in-law bought him an iPad and brought it to the hospital because he felt so bad for him, and they didn't know how bad he was. He brought him to the hospital. He brought his son, my nephew. I said, "You can't let him in there. Kyle's too young for this. He won't be able to."
Yeah.
He goes, he wants to see him." I said, "Okay." He brought him in. Kyle ran out of the room hysterically crying because my son was yellow. He had tubes coming out of
Yeah.
him. He was in and out of consciousness. It was horrible. Anyway,
That's far worse than my experience. But I remember I was in the ER, and I was just like in the worst pain of my life. I think they came over and gave me like morphine finally. But there was this old lady on the other side of the curtain of me in the ER, and she's trying to talk to me. And she's going, "Sweetie, it's probably just ovulation cramps." And I'm just in the fetal position, and I'm with my mom, and I'm like, if I could stand up, I would punch this lady in the face. Ovulation cramps? Are
when
you
my
kidding me?
wife gave birth to Maria, same thing happened. We went to NYU in the city, and my wife just goes, no, for Adam the second time. She's like on the bowl, and she's like, I just got to go to the bathroom first. We had this big black nurse. Her name was Wallette, and she came in, and she goes, "Where's your wife?" And I go, "She's in there. She's on the bathroom on the bowl. She really got to go to the bathroom bed." She don't have to go to the bathroom. She gave him birth just like that. Physically grabbed my wife by the shoulders, threw her over her shoulders, ran her in. It's a good thing. It's a good thing she did that. because
Really?
Boom! Then the baby came right
he would
out.
have been a
yeah.
toilet
Moly.
baby.
Yeah, it would have been a toilet baby.
Yeah, would have named him Tidy, but the Teddy
Yeah.
Bowl man would have had a big surprise that day.
yeah.
It's raining.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's what
man.
happens, man. You know, I'm 57 years old. You're how old are you, John?
I'm going to be 60 in May.
You're gonna be
It's
60.
that big
so
year.
we get to that age where stuff starts breaking down. Like I told Lori, Lori's a surfer. One of my goals, because my son surfs. Did you ever surf with Adam? My son
No,
surfs
not that
every
I
once
know
in a while. He goes to Lido and stuff. And to watch when a surfer, I am so enamored by surfers. That's my thing. When I get on YouTube and everything, I watch all the surfer videos, these giant waves and everything. And when I used to watch my son and bring him down there when he was little, I am so enamored of surfers. How that it's always that one move when they know how to get that wave. They get in that pocket, and then they snap to their feet like that, and then they ride. And from that point, it's easier, right? Once you get up on your feet.
Once you're,
Yeah.
that's easy. Once you're on the wave, it's easy.
Yeah.
But to get on it is a major thing. I was never able to do that the few times I tried. So that's one of my goals before I kick out of here. Is I want to get on a board. I want a long board, of course, but I'm not going to be able to go goofy or whatever. What do you?
That's lefty.
No, it's that's just how your footing is.
Yeah.
I'm a goofy foot surfer. It's just
Are you?
my right foot is front.
Oh, okay. That's what a goofy means. All right.
Yeah.
So
You gotta go to Hawaii. It's the best. It's the most beautiful place. The waves
Hawaii?
are so easy. Yeah.
Yeah, I went there for my my honeymoon. We spent a little time in Oahu. Then we went to Maui. We did it in 1987 when the stock market crashed. As a young comic, nobody would give me credit, right? Then my cousin, Mikey, who's here on the board actually, his dad co-signed a loan for me to get a car. And once I got a car, people started giving me credit cards, and I got 3 of them right away. I took all of them. And because at first they were like, "You're a comedian, we're not going to give you any credit." But once he co-signed the loan for me,
it.
I got 3 of them. And I
You're in the club now.
I said to my wife, "We just got married. Let's go over there. Let's max them out." So we just maxed out 3 credit cards and stayed there. We were supposed to stay there like 6 days. You stayed there like almost 3 weeks.
Really?
Nice.
Oh my God, it was unbelievable.
I've never been. That's a dream.
Oh,
it's
Maui
beautiful
is
there,
just-
yeah.
I want to go to
it's
Italy.
diving
It's
in-
Italy and
unbelievable.
Hawaii. That's where I want to go.
It's the most amazing place. You know, the music, the people, the whole thing, man.
Could you
It's
live
just-
there, Joe? Could you live there?
I don't know if I could live there. If I had money in enough money in the bank where I didn't have to worry about making money or making a living,
Right.
I think I could live there. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I could eventually. The volcanoes and all the scuba diving alone and
We've talked about moving there, me and my wife, because she's a New York City school teacher, and there's a high demand for teachers down there. You can get a teaching job in 2 seconds.
there
And
you
it
go.
pays the same. It's standard of living's the same in Hawaii as it is in New York, comparable, but the property taxes down there are a lot cheaper.
It was the coolest place, man.
Yeah.
We took a horseback ride up into the pineapple fields. I ate the freshest pineapple. Went to the top of this mountain, and I look over at another island. The island is all red, like a burgundy red,
Uh-huh. So
So I asked this guide that's with us, who's like a bunch of people. I go, "Why is that island all red?" And the guy goes, "That's a whole island of Maui Wowie. It's pot, So I go, "A whole island?" He goes, "That whole island is nothing but pot." And I go, and this was back in 1987.
Wild
I'm
pot,
like,
just growing wild?
No. Somebody was growing it for something.
Yeah.
But back in 1987, it was like really illegal to grow pot and sell pot and everything. So I'm like, that's a whole lot. There's like 40 square miles of a whole island of pot.
Yeah.
And I go, how does nobody know? Because everybody knows about
Probably
it.
like
It's
a
there.
Dr. Evil island.
Yeah.
But they know about it. The
That
government
island
knows
goes
about
on
it.
fire, the whole
So,
continent.
I was telling Lori before, I never smoked pot. I never did. And I
Me neither, Joe.
really?
Nope.
You know,
Yeah,
Right. Both
No.
of you guys
Only
never
once
smoked pot.
myself.
really?
Yeah.
I want to start that CBD oil, though, pronto.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna start putting lotion on my feet, and then I'm gonna take some things.
Oh, I'm in. I'm all in on
Because
CBD oil.
Everybody I know that smokes pot is like so mellow and just sees things in a different way. Lori, you included. You know what I mean? You've dabbled, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, but everybody, and to the point now where I guess it's okay. You know what I mean?
Unless you're one of those cars doing 20 in the left lane.
yeah.
And there seems to be a lot of them.
Yes.
All of a sudden.
Yeah. Quite a bit.
But I just need to chill out a little bit, I guess. You know what I mean? So I think that might do it. We'll see what happens.
The oil. You got to do the oil.
Tell me about that.
CBD oil. My friends are doing it. I had one friend, he used to take Xanax twice a day. He had panic attacks, all that stuff.
Right.
Great guy. Calm, sweet guy, but he had to take the Xanax twice a day, once in the morning, once when he got home. He's off of it. He said almost within a week. He takes one drop of CBD oil in the morning and one drop at night, and he's like, I'm off all of it. And then my other friend takes it for recovery for working out. Because he said he's the same age as me, 45, and we both still like to lift weights, but it takes my body a week to feel better,
Yeah.
So you never feel better.
My heal up time is like 2 or 3 days. Because when I get up in the morning to warm up the HRA show, I get up at 5:30. I'm on the train. I'm in
it's
the
a whole
city,
thing.
and I'm running around. I got physical. I'm very physical. Like this is loud applause. I'm rolling my arms, and this is medium applause. I go like this for really loud up. Ooh. So I'm in their heads. So we need these signals. To give it. She just fries an egg, puts it out there. I go like this. I go like So we're all in one like groove, But it's like a physical cheerleading type of thing that I do 3 times a day, all day. So by the time I leave there, I'm whacked. But you know what? The commute in New York alone, from Long Island to the city, the commute alone is a killer. I saw 3 people puke in front of me the other day.
Oh, nice.
Right in
Drunk
front
puke
of me.
or just virus?
Two people
I would have watched one and left.
Yeah,
myself.
I know. I don't know why you
on
say
a
for 3.
platform. On my platform when we got off the train, and then once I came up again, right on 7th Avenue.
Pregnant women?
Boom! No, it was all men.
All
all
men.
men, yeah.
Pregnant men.
was
You don't know
pregnant.
anymore. Could have been pregnant
It's all-
men. You don't know
all pregnant
who's
men,
what
you
with
don't know.
what part of the transition are they in there, Joe? We don't know. I don't want to judge where you are. Are you at halftime?
It was
Or
cold,
is it the
man.
third quarter?
They were coming
Is it
up.
2 minutes left in the period? I don't know. I just know that I'm not allowed to look and judge and say nothing. What bathroom are you going in? I don't
Funny,
care.
man.
Go in the bathroom. I don't care if you
After
stand
that-
or you sit.
yeah.
Just
After
don't get
that
in near
movie you
me.
made, you should know.
Gender
where the
bender,
stage
yeah.
is
Just
at,
don't
right?
pee on the seats for crying out loud. I don't care what you are. I got to go buy a car tomorrow, Joe. Let's talk about that. My wife brings the car home on Friday. She drives to Ozone Park every day. She goes, I think there's something might be wrong with the sound. It could just be me. I get in the car. I pull it out of the driveway. The right front tire goes, gunk, 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 gunk. I just get out of the car. It's still halfway the driveway. I go, it just may be you. How did you even drive in this? How long has this been going on? I don't know. Me and Rosalie have kind of heard it all week. Rosalie is the girl she commutes with, who drives on that side and would have died. Would have been the one to die. I don't know. It doesn't seem like much to me.
Can't stop
Why are you making such a big deal out of it? What's wrong with you? I get up 7 o'clock in the morning Saturday. I bring it to my mechanic. My mechanic calls me 20 minutes later. He goes, my mechanic, by the way, they need to make a reality show at his shop. He's a man from China. I still don't understand a word he says, but he can fix the car just by looking at it and listening to it. And he charges me, and he's too honest, I tell him all the time. He calls me, goes, I tell you when you buy cars 5 years ago, Kia piece of shit, you know buy it. I tell you what, last time engine blew in June, April, and he go, I bring it in, I pull it in with the engine blown. He goes, engine blown, get it out, bring the Kia, they fix for free. Fucking piece of shit, I tell you not to buy.
Wow.
This is no exaggeration, not even a little bit. Asian people don't call the show. This is exactly how he talks. He's my best friend, and I love the guy.
my God.
I sincerely love him.
But the key is a piece of shit, right?
Piece of shit, Sorrento. I tell you, no buy. You buy anyway because of good price. But look now. so I bring in. He goes. Actually, he goes. Your shock, and what? I don't know, whatever the shock temperature goes right through. It's right through. It's hitting the bottom. It's right through. $400 plus labor. I can't help you. I only can use Monroe on it. Monroe's the best. That's what I use. I can order from Bronx, get new. But he goes, it's 400. He goes, I'll fix piece of shit. Then you go trade it in. So then I go, Arthur, I don't know what to say. I go, he goes, I tell you, buy Honda CRV, best car on market. I go. It was a lot to process at 7:45 in the morning. After oh, by the way, you remember how cold it was? I walked. It's a 1.4 miles from the mechanic. You think my wife's gonna get up and drive to pick me up in the morning? No, she's not picking me up. Bring me back a latte. That's what I fucking heard. Bring me back a latte. I drove the car 1.5 miles, and then I fucking walked back home 1.5 miles, and the goddamn car had a scarf around me. I look like a psycho drunk. People just looking at me, and I'm like, I don't. I'm from Amityville. You think I'm a fucking white kid from Amityville? You think I fucking care? I walk all the way back to Massapequa Park. I get in the car. My knees are still cold. You ever walk in the cold and your knees are I don't know how joggers do it. I sound like a young Joey Kola right now.
I was gonna say you fully took control
And
of this
I fucking
story.
get home. I get the call. It's too much to process him off with the greatest mechanic in the world. And then I call, and then my wife yells at me for something I had said that I shouldn't have said. And then later on, we need to have a discussion. Okay, we need to get another car. I have $6,000 in credit card debt and $3,000 in the bank. This doesn't really work. But somehow we're gonna fucking figure it out, right? So I go, Arthur. Don't fix the car. Just put the thing back on. Because why should I spend $400? I'm just going to drive it to a dealer anyway, and they can fix it. It's going to cost them $100 to fix it, right?
Yeah.
Am I right? Arthur, am I right? He said something in Chinese. I think he agreed.
All right.
We're not sure. So, okay. And then he goes, okay, but it's too late to put back on. I'm closing now. I go, I need to get a car. Sorry, could you pick up Monday? Call me 7 o'clock Monday morning. I fix for you. I put back on. You take pieces. So I spent the whole day Saturday looking at cars. I'm not getting a Honda CRV. I can't afford to buy one, so I'm going to have to lease one. I'm going to have 2 leases. Because, why? Why am I not going to have 2 leases, Joey?
Why?
I don't know. Because I
got one lease
now.
and
I
one
got to
own.
beg fucking governors to give me an extra gig a month so
There you
I can
go.
pay for the goddamn lease.
Yeah.
Because I don't have the money. Because my wife, I don't see her. I don't see her check. I don't even know. All I know is that Macy's bags come to my house every day, and Amazon's there, and that's on my credit card. The Amazon's
right.
not on her credit
No,
card.
why would it be?
No, why would it be,
course,
Joe?
yeah.
And I don't even know. But
No.
tomorrow I'm driving out to Bayshore with the car. I got to take an Uber there. My son has strep throat. My sister's coming to watch the kids in the morning. My neighbor's taking the other kids to school. I'm taking an Uber to the mechanic because I'm not walking that again, John Blenn.
No, you shouldn't have
Why
to.
am I going to walk that again? I
No,
got an
you
Uber
gotta-
app. I'm
yeah,
going
you
to
gotta-
Uber it to the
Uber
mechanic.
app.
I'm
You
going
got
to
an
drive
Uber
the car 25 miles an hour on Sunrise Highway to Bayshore.
Yeah.
Pull it into the dealer who told me, don't worry, I'm going to crush everybody else's price you saw on Saturday because we have a history at this dealership. Me and you, we have a history here because you already leased a car and your family here. And we sell the most cars, Tim. We sell the most cars on Long Island. You know that, right? Look it up. You can look it up in Atlantic. We sell the
They
most
all
cars on
say
Long
that.
Island.
Yeah, every
The
shop's
one-
got that one
You
guy.
went on that dealership, no offense to them, they sell 50 cars a month. We sell 1,000 cars a month. You can look it up statistically.
look it up.
You
You
know
can look
that.
it up. Look
I
it
know
up.
that. You're going to come here on family. I'm going to, if I don't annihilate, you just drive the car out and get out of here. Well, guess what, buddy? He doesn't know this. I can't drive the car out because I don't even know if it's going to fucking make it there. But I hope it will. I hope it will. And guess who I'm going to call? John Blenn. Come pick me up. That motherfucker don't got a job. Come pick me up. Put your pen down. Come pick me up on Sunrise Highway, and we're
my
going to tow this
God.
motherfucker in.
He's got a job. I can verify it. I've seen you there. I've seen
Oh,
you.
what's your job?
I teach.
Oh, that's right, you're a
Podcast
teacher.
college.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not going to call you, John.
Okay.
Krompier, you ranted so hard your lip is bleeding.
Oh my God.
I'm
So
sorry.
if I can backtrack for a second, it won't be another Kia.
No, I'm looking at the Chevy Equinox,
There you go. That'll
which
do
comes
it.
full circle. That was the car I had when I started dating my wife.
So it'll bring back a lot of great
Gonna bring it back. The guy said the car's come a long way since 2005.
Okay. All right. Wow. Are you okay?
I gotta go.
You need to smoke
I
some
deserve
pot.
a goddamn cookie.
Yeah,
after that.
have some
I don't
cookies,
want
man.
any
Put some
of
oil
it.
on the
energy
cookie.
to walk tomorrow.
Hey, if you took the pot oil and put it on the cookie, would that help too? Lori, does that help too?
Yeah, I can help.
Yeah?
Yeah, sure.
Have you ever eaten a pot cookie, Lori?
Of course.
Yeah,
I've made pot cookies.
Brownies, cake. I need the pot with Nutella. Oh, could you imagine putting the oil in Nutella?
Oh yeah,
I
it's
guarantee
good,
you they have
actually.
that.
You can do that?
Oh yeah, they
Oh, yeah,
have
for
it.
sure.
You can buy it.
Really?
Nutella's really is good actually. Good with making edibles because it is very oily.
It's oily, yeah.
Ah, so you
It's
need an
all
oily
oil.
thing. All
Yeah,
right,
you need
cool.
oil.
So if he misses his next podcast, I think you'll know what happened.
That's exactly right.
And now my wife, and the best part is, ever since this happened, my wife, every 20 minutes to walk in the room and goes, are you sure we should lease another car? Shouldn't we try to buy it? I go, how?
Yeah. You
How?
got to lease.
I'm going to take a loan out?
No, lease it, man. That's what I had to do. My kids were young.
But
I
why
was
would I?
broke,
This
too.
is the thing. She goes, I wanted the CRV is a good car. I go, if I'm only leasing a car for 35,000 miles, what's the point of getting the one that's 65? It's like $75 more a month. What's
don't
the
need
point?
that.
No, I don't need it.
You don't
Drive it
get-
to Ozone
no,
Park. I got to take it to the
that's right.
Borgata next week, and then I'm
That's
done.
right. Get the cheaper car for the lease. You'll be able to deduct the lease come tax season,
I
too.
have the other one. I deduct the Suburban. I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
know.
but
which
Cheek works too, right?
Yeah.
So you both, you filing jointly?
Yes.
So you should deduct both of them.
I have the worst accountant, Joey.
Really?
No, she's
Nope.
very nice.
You got to get another account. I got a show business accountant. I'll hook you up
Who?
with my guy. Harvey Altman's my
Harvey.
guy.
You got Harvey.
Yeah.
I know Harvey. I got to go to Harvey.
Yeah, you got to go to Harvey.
But
man,
I
I'm
don't.
telling you.
I don't. Most of our stuff's not even in show business money. It's because
How are you making your money, dude?
because I have my writing job.
Oh, that's
and
right,
I get
that's
paid
right.
on the books for my writing
Yeah.
job. You know, I
Yeah,
mean, I get
yeah.
on the books for that, but it all squashes away with her income and my income.
So you're writing, doing stand up, and like everything.
Right, and,
yeah.
and leasing a car apparently.
Yeah, but she's a teacher. I mean, you guys are gonna be
15
okay.
more years,
Your kids
Joey.
are young, man. You know
15
what?
more years. I got 15 more years if I can
What?
make it.
15 more years for what?
I don't
Till
know.
what? Till 60?
15 more years, I'll have
Till you can move to
25
Hawaii.
years in a
what?
pension, and then I can
There you go.
go to North Carolina like every other white person from Long Island.
Or maybe Hawaii.
I love Hawaii.
You got to
my
go to
mom-
Hawaii. You know, my wife and I just celebrated 31 years being married, so we went
Very
to
nice.
God
Tuscany.
bless her. God bless her.
Thanks. And God bless her is right. You know, I married, you guys all know my wife.
Yeah,
She's
come on.
There's nobody, you know, she's like, anyway, we went to Tuscany in Italy. I know I'm getting fat because everywhere I went, people went, hey, prego. All right. Anyway, so it was the greatest place, man. It was such a great place that we don't even really want to go anywhere else now.
Really?
Except for the Grand Canyon. My wife wants to see the Grand Canyon.
Me
Really?
too.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Kristen wants
Can
to
we
see
get
that.
gigs there? Can I
Yeah.
come?
I
I'll
guess
third
there's
wheel it.
Canyon Comedy Club. There you go. She wants to do like a train ride. Like you get on Chicago and you go like down around the Grand Canyon and wind up in like somewhere in like Utah or Nevada somewhere.
Why does she only like Tuscany? Did you guys do like Naples or anything like that?
Well, no, we didn't do any. We did.
wanna
We
go
did
to
Tuscany,
Naples.
Florence, Siena, all that up like.
Oh, that's north.
Northern, yeah, it was unbelievable.
I want to go to
man.
Naples and I want to eat pizza and drink wine for 3
Yeah.
weeks and then I want to come home.
The greatest. I can't even. Everything's a postcard. We went to this little restaurant, right? And this guy didn't speak English. The cook was like Jerry
Yeah,
Garcia.
you were in a different country.
Yeah.
Such an arrogant fucking American.
Someone don't speak English. You.
Why no one speaking English?
I'm a typical American. What the fuck?
What the fuck?
Everywhere I go over here, you guys don't know what I'm
Why is
saying.
in Tuscany going, what
I
the
don't
fuck?
understand.
Learn the language, asshole! Learn the fucking language! It's spaghetti, motherfucker!
This guy, we go to this little restaurant, and this guy, we sit down, he starts bringing food over. Doesn't I don't know what he's saying. He don't know what we're saying. Anyway, after the main course, he comes out of the kitchen with an owl on his arm. This big owl, and I get excited.
A
I'm
live owl?
Yeah,
Real
Out of
owl?
the kitchen.
yeah, we were with these other people out of the kitchen. He had an owl
Nice place.
behind the kitchen. It was.
Why are there dead mice
this
in my
big.
food?
It was this big, man. It was like this big owl. So it was.
He all gets most of them.
Did he walk out and go, meet the chef?
Yeah. I'm there with other Americans, and this guy goes, "That's a fucking owl, man." It's like that. Like, what the fuck? I'm like, yeah. it's
What
a
an
fucking
American
owl.
thing. Look, a fucking
Yeah.
owl!
But, like, but only the New York people were like that. Like we were with people from like Michigan and like Iowa, and they were all like,
They just paid their check
that's-
and left.
Yeah, that's interesting. But the New Yorkers are going, "That's a fucking owl." Look at.
I don't know much about birds, but that's
an owl.
that's a fucking owl. Hey!
That one I know.
Put some glasses on it and put a lollipop in its mouth. We'll take pictures. We'll take not pictures. We'll take pictures.
Take some pictures with that.
My
thing.
mother-in-law is from Staten Island. I'm dating my wife, or we're engaged, and she goes, "Timmy, I got you something. I got you a really nice picture." I go, "Oh, thanks." I didn't know why she would get me a picture.
A picture.
A picture.
picture.
A picture. I
of
go,
what?
"Oh, thanks, but maybe we'll make some." We don't have a picture
Yeah.
at the apartment. Maybe we'll make some nice,
Yeah.
some
Cocktails.
lemonade. And Kristen likes to do some cocktails, and she goes, "No, I got you a picture." I'm like, "What?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I know. I understand." This went on like Who's on First for about 5 minutes. My wife's in the corner crying, laughing, and she gets it. And she goes, "No, a picture." I go, "Oh, a picture." She goes, "Yeah, a picture. What's wrong with you?"
That's the way they talk. My Aunt Teresa she's from Whitestone, Queens. Joseph, it's gonna get cold out. Make sure you close your windows. My what?
You winded.
My windows?
Yeah, your windows. Close your windows. Your windows.
Like a bee at a
And it's
picnic.
never you. It's yous.
Yeah, you.
How yous doing? How's you?
How's you doing? You
how's
gotta
you-
close your windows.
How's you doing there, Henry? How's you doing there?
Jay, thanks for coming on the
Thanks
show,
for
you
having
guys.
us. Bye.
Thanks for being part of
Bye,
my first
everybody.
podcast.
I'll
See
tell
you
you how the
later.
car goes.
All right,
We're
John
done.
Blenn. Any last notes from you? On anything you want to talk about last minute? No.
I learned a lot of new words today.
You did. Like yiz and yuz and pitches and like that. This has been great, Tony. So let's try to keep this going, man.
That's a good
we'll
idea.
Have guests on. We'll all spew a little bit. It's called Shots Fired, and it's going to be a fun time to talk. And we're going to go live. Eventually, we're going to go live on Sunday nights in the back of Governors.
Nice.
Hey, thanks for listening, everybody. See you next time. Bye-bye.